The day that person is no longer here, what will hurt more? What they did to you, or what you never forgave? That question is like a mirror no one wants to face, but everyone eventually must. Because death is the only certainty we all share, and once it arrives, there is no way to fix what was left broken. Many people go through life believing there will always be time to talk, to heal, to forgive. But tomorrow is never guaranteed, and when the chance is gone, regret becomes a permanent companion. How many people live trapped in a memory that refuses to fade? Words that cut deep, betrayals that change the course of life, neglect that left scars. And the hardest part is that in many cases, an apology never comes. The one who caused the wound may continue with their life, perhaps without even thinking about the damage they caused. Meanwhile, you remain stuck in a cycle of pain, anger, and pride. And each day that passes, the weight grows heavier, even if no one else can see it. Resentment may feel like strength in the beginning. It tells you that you are defending yourself, that you are standing your ground, that it's only fair to hold on to your anger. But over time, resentment doesn't defend you, it destroys you. It's like a wound that never closes because you keep reopening it with every memory. And the cruel reality is this: the person who hurt you may keep on living, or even die without regret, while you remain chained to a past that never changes. Imagine receiving that unexpected phone call. The person who caused you so much pain is gone. They died without apologizing, without acknowledging their mistake, without even trying to heal the damage. What would you feel? Perhaps relief for a moment, but soon after would come a deeper pain, the pain of realizing you never forgave them. And that pain cuts deeper than the original wound, because it is no longer about what was done to you, but about what you failed to do when you had the chance. Forgiveness does not mean saying what happened was right. It doesn't mean justifying or erasing the memory. Forgiveness means letting go. It means refusing to allow what someone did to you to control your present or your future. Forgiveness is choosing peace over the chains of pride. And even if the other person never knows, even if they never hear it from your lips, the true beneficiary is always you. Because forgiveness frees the one who gives it far more than the one who receives it. There are funerals full of tears of regret. Children crying over the graves of their parents, wishing they had spoken sooner. Friends who never reconciled, now left with nothing but silence. Couples who separated without forgiveness, carrying wounds sealed forever by death. Those scenes are repeated countless times, and they remind us of the cost of postponing what should have been done today. How many times have you told yourself you still have time? That now isn't the right moment, that maybe someday you'll do it. But days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years have gone by. And suddenly life ends, and everything you held back in your heart remains unresolved. That accumulated resentment becomes a prison you carry, even when there is no longer anyone to direct it toward. Pride is a silent enemy. It whispers, don't take the first step, don't humiliate yourself, don't forgive until they ask for it. And so, time passes. A year, a decade, sometimes a lifetime. Until one day, you realize it's too late. And what once felt like strength now feels like regret. Pride can disguise itself as dignity, but in the end, it becomes a chain around your soul. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is one of the greatest acts of courage. It requires strength to release, humility to accept that clinging to hatred gains you nothing, and wisdom to see that your peace is worth more than your pride. Forgiveness is not giving in, it is taking control. It is saying, you hurt me, but you no longer own me. Forgiveness is reclaiming your freedom. How many moments of happiness have been lost because of resentment? Think carefully. Smiles that faded because a memory resurfaced. Opportunities for joy that slipped away because the wound still bled. New relationships that could not bloom because you were still carrying the weight of the old ones. The cost of holding on to resentment is far greater than most people realize, and the tragedy is that it steals from the one who carries it, not from the one who caused it. Resentment is like carrying a backpack full of stones. At first, you think you can handle it. 1 year, 2 years, even 10 years. But with time, the weight becomes unbearable and every step feels heavier. Forgiveness is setting down that backpack. And when you do, you discover what it means to breathe again, to walk freely, to live without constant weight pressing on your back. No one has tomorrow guaranteed. That person may die today, tonight, tomorrow morning. And if that happens, what will remain in you? Will it be peace because you let go, or torment because you never did? Death has a way of exposing what we left undone. And in the end, the sharpest pain is not what others did to us, it's what we failed to do ourselves. Forgiveness is a gift you give, even when it was never requested. You may believe they don't deserve it, and maybe they don't. But ask yourself, will you allow someone else's pride to imprison you forever? Will you live the rest of your life chained because another person never apologized? If so, then you have already lost. But if you choose to forgive, even in silence, even without acknowledgement, then you win your freedom. Life is full of stories of reconciliation that came too late. Letters never sent, phone calls never made, embraces never given. And all of them become ghosts that haunt the hearts of those who didn't dare forgive. Ghosts that whisper, if only I had, or I wish I had, and those voices never fade, because regret does not forgive. Forgiveness is also a way of closing chapters, of saying, this happened, but it no longer controls me. It is being able to look back without bleeding, to remember without trembling, to carry the memory without carrying the pain. Forgiveness does not erase the story, but it rewrites the ending. Many people think forgiveness is only for saints or extraordinary people. But the truth is that forgiveness is for everyone, because peace is something we all need. And though it may not be easy, it is always possible. The first step is deciding, I will no longer be a prisoner of this wound. A heart that refuses to forgive slowly dies. It loses its light, its joy, its capacity to love. But a heart that forgives is reborn. It learns to smile again, to trust again, to live again. Forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it transforms the present and the future. Resentment does not stop death. The one who hurt you will die one day, as we all will. But resentment can poison your life while you're still alive. It can eat away at your peace, your happiness, your relationships. Forgiveness is choosing life over poison, peace over chains, freedom over bitterness. Think carefully, is it worth taking your anger to the grave? Is it worth dying with a heart full of resentment? Because in the end, the one who carries the anger suffers far more than the one who caused it. And if that person dies without you forgiving, what will you do with all that you carried for so long? Forgiveness is not forgetting, it is remembering without pain. It is looking back and knowing you were wounded, but you are not the wound. You were betrayed, but you are not the betrayal. You are more than what was done to you. And once you understand that, forgiveness becomes possible. Death does not wait. It may come today, tomorrow, or years from now. And when it comes, it will not ask whether you forgave. It will not ask if you were ready. It will simply shut the door. And what remains in your heart, chains or freedom, will be all you have left. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't live with the lie of, I'll do it later, because later may never arrive. The time to forgive is now, not tomorrow, not someday, not when they ask for it. It is now. Forgiveness does not mean trusting blindly again. It does not mean letting yourself be hurt again. It means releasing the chain, reclaiming your peace, deciding that your life will no longer revolve around the wound, but around the freedom to heal and grow. Some say they cannot forgive because the wound is too deep. But the truth is the opposite. The deeper the wound, the more urgent the forgiveness. Because a deep wound left unhealed becomes an infection of the soul, and an infected soul poisons every part of life. The day that person dies, what will you feel? Anger that they never apologized? Or peace because you had already forgiven them, even if they never knew? That is the difference between living bound to pride or living free in peace. Forgiveness is breaking invisible chains. And once those chains fall, you discover the air feels cleaner, the world feels lighter, and your heart beats with new strength. That kind of freedom cannot be bought. It only comes through forgiveness. Do not wait for the grave to teach you this lesson. Do not let death be the reminder of what you should have done in life. Do not shed tears of regret when you could be shedding tears of peace. Do it now while you still can. Forgiveness does not change the other person, it changes you. It doesn't erase the past, but it changes the way you carry it. And that makes all the difference. Resentment never builds, it only destroys. Forgiveness, on the other hand, creates, restores, and heals. So once again, I ask, the day that person is gone, what will hurt more, the wound they left, or the forgiveness you never gave? The answer is in your hands, in your decision, in your heart. Do not wait until it is too late. Choose peace. Choose release. Choose forgiveness. And if these words touched your heart, leave a like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Because you never know who might be carrying a chain they should have let go of a long time ago.